Well, hello, friends. This week we're still talking about them flies. We pointed out the fact that the devil was actually referred to in one place as Beelzebub, which means the Lord of the flies. And so this week I want to encourage us, put a cover on it. you know, I don't know how many times I've seen situations where when there's an outdoor event going on and there's food being served, oftentimes people just allow flies to land all over the food that's being served. I can't help but get the image in my mind that those same flies that are just flying around and landing on the food were the same flies that just landed on the dog poop that was out there in the yard. Yeah. See, the Bible tells us to guard our heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. In other words, there's something we need to understand. Although it's true that it's not a sin for us to have a wicked thought or an evil temptation, we also have to realize the Bible says that words and images and things that we see are like seeds that are going to produce something. And we have to understand that. And so, understanding that, we have to guard our heart. And so, even though we may not be able to stop a wicked thought from coming to our mind, there is something that we can do to slow down the flow of wicked thoughts and evil temptations that come into our mind by guarding our hearts and refusing to allow ourselves on purpose to view and think about and watch programs or listen to people who are speaking things that are full of wickedness and evil conclusions, because they are going to produce something in us. And so we have to understand that there is a great peace. That's why the Bible tells us that grace and peace will be multiplied in our lives as we begin to have an understanding about how things work. So in other words, we can greatly hinder. We can put a cover on it. We don't have to allow the flies to just land and vomit all over everything and plant their wicked larvae into every aspect of the sensitive parts of our life. And as we are diligent to use the fly swatter, as we said last week, and not entertain those thoughts and put a cover on it and guard our heart and protect our thoughts, then we will greatly slow down the flow of wicked thoughts and evil temptations that come into our life. And I will conclude by saying this. I once heard someone use this illustration, and it's just outstanding. Want to slow down those wicked thoughts? Want to keep them away? Well, this was their advice. They said, remember, flies don't land on a hot stove. So, in other words, and don't just avoid situations where those wicked thoughts are being sown into your heart, but also surround yourself with the words of God, and so that you are on fire, and you will see flies don't land on a hot stove. God bless you. Have a great week.